you are going to be compared to the other games that are marketed as free to play. And when you slap them with this early paywall, like, oh, hey, pay to play our game, it's kind of weird because 20 minutes ago, you just told me that your game was free to play. Hey everybody, welcome to today's video on the channel, and in today's video, I want to talk about Wizard101's biggest lie, and that is going to be the fact of the matter that Wizard101 is, well, not free to play. Now, we all know that they love to market the game as quote-unquote free to play, and the reason I'm making this video now is because I've seen this advertisement going around YouTube. I'll have a screenshot up on screen if y'all want to look at that. You might have seen it around YouTube already, but as usual, they're like, oh, look at our game, it's free to play. Now, this kind of triggers me a little bit, and at the end of the day, I'm somebody that wants the game to grow and do better, but at the same time, I think this is just straight up lying to those newer players who might get into your game. In 2023, a lot of games market themselves as quote-unquote free to play. You look at games like Fortnite, Apex, I guess Overwatch is free to play now as well, right? But when Wiz is getting compared to those kind of games, I know they're different kinds of games, but free to play is like a universal general thing in the gaming community. So Wiz has a very early paywall and a paywall. In those games, you don't have to pay. In those games, you have to pay for, maybe cosmetics, but you don't have to do that, right? You can run like a default skin. You can buy like a cool cosmetic gun in the shop or something, or like a wizard staff, I guess in Wiz's case, right? But to progress and actually see the content in a Wizard101, you have to pay from a very, very early stage. Now, I know in the community, a lot of players and a lot of people think that the whole game should go to free-to-play, or at least the first arc should just be free-to-play. And I'm curious to see what you guys have to say about that down there in the comments below. And I don't know, man, this just really, really bugs me because, like I said, maybe back in 2010 you could get away with this, back when the subscription thing was popping. But now, again, when you compare this to the other game titles nowadays, free to play, Wiz's system does not line up with the free to play, gaming meta, I guess if you will, in 2023. And I think getting newer players into the game, that's what they expect. But once they hit that early paywall on Wiz, they're probably like, what the hell? This is kind of a scam. I feel like I'm lied to. So I'm just extremely fired up about this whole situation. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to hate on KingsAll or, any of the devs or anything. I just think that this is a kind of a scummy thing to do, man. Because at the end of the day, man, you want to keep your players. You want to get new players into the game and keep them playing. If you market your game as free to play, you will be compared to the other free-to-play games in the gaming market right now. And unfortunately, Wiz is nothing like those games in terms of its free-to-play aspect. It is not free-to-play. And I could go into detail as well in this video about all the pay-to-win packs. Like right now, the Burrow pack is literally objectively pay-to-win right now for the past 2 weeks, I believe, which is a huge problem. But for the sake of this video, I'm keeping it simple with just leveling 1 to 160, getting all the content, doing Grizzleheim, Novus, Wisteria, that kind of thing, Aquila, that stuff. That's the actual game core that should be free, in my opinion. Now, KingsAll does have a couple of these free-to-play months. We have seen them, but Arc 1 free, I think, multiple times throughout this past year, actually, and I think that has been working out pretty good for them. So I am pretty happy that they are doing that. I will say that. But however, I feel like there is a lot of data on their end that shows that once players hit that paywall, a lot of their interest goes down and their playtime probably falls off dramatically. And you could argue that's fine and all, but if you want to have your business grow at KingsAll and stuff like that, and you're gonna start marketing your game as free to play, like I said at the start of the video, you are going to be compared to the other games that are marketed as free-to-play. And when you slap them with this early paywall, like, oh, hey, pay to play our game, it's kind of weird because 20 minutes ago you just told me that your game was free to play, and now I'm only level 5, and what about the 155 levels to go? What about all the content you guys put, 14 years into? Stuff like that, dude? I just think as a player, they're going to be extremely turned off because they feel lied to, and already just, bad taste in their mouth because, oh wow, it's a paywall already. So I think it's not only just the paywall now, it's the fact that you are marketing yourself as a free-to-play game when in the gaming market, free-to-play games are, very popular. A lot of players like to play free-to-play because there's really no drawback to it. Like, you play free-to-play, you might like it, you might not, yada yada, so on and so forth. You might hop to a different game, right, guys? That's kind of how it is. So I am happy that KingStyle is trying to capitalize on, Wiz being free to play, but when it's not free to play, that's where I have my issue with this. And if you guys are somebody that, are maybe a newer player in Wiz and stuff like that, you could maybe share your, thoughts and feedback in the comments below on this, maybe I'm just making this a big situation, I don't know, for the sake of it, or, just for no reason, but I don't know, man. I feel like if I saw a game and it said free to play, I expect that game to be free to play. I feel like I should go all the way to the end, whether it's level 160, level 200 on Overwatch. You should be able to just play that at your own pace, do all the content in the game, and that's it. There should be paid areas or paid ways to speed it up, but you can't be marketing your game as free to play and then you literally cannot, complete the game because you have to pay to complete the game, so it's not free to play. And then you have all these extra side activities as well. You have Beast Moon and decathlon, stuff like that. You could argue, oh, that's free to play, they can do that, but the thing is, they're not gonna care long enough to get into those extracurricular events that you pour your content and your time and resources to, because within the first 20 minutes you slap that paywall thing on them and they're just like, what the hell, I was literally just lied to, I don't want to play this game, this is extremely scummy. I know that's how I would feel as a player if I was trying out a new free-to-play game ad I saw online or anything like that, guys. But let me know your thought and feedback down there in the comments below. I don't know, man. I saw a video on this recently, and like I said, I'm very happy that KingStyle is doing something with marketing now. I'm very happy that they're doing that, and I do see what they're doing with, the free-to-play thing, because it's very popular right now in the industry of gaming. So I'm very happy for them. But like I said, at the same time, man, if you want to keep players in the game, which, you want to, you're a company, you want them to stay in, invest their time and money into it, you cannot start off in the first 20 minutes with that player feeling lied to and what the hell, this is not free to play. That is a horrible business practice, and that is a horrible way to go about this opportunity, in my opinion, guys. But yeah, I guess that's really all I have to say for this video. I guess it's a little bit more ranty than I wanted it to be, but I just saw this and I thought I could make it into a video, and I'm just kind of fired up about it because I want to see the game do better. I think this is a great idea to start marketing it, and the whole free-to-play thing. But you can't do it this way, man. This is not the right way to do things. And you might be like, oh, well, it worked before. We said free-to-play in 2010. That was a completely different time in terms of, the economy and, gaming, what worked back then, what didn't work back then, right? KingStyle really needs to adapt to what the hell is actually going on nowadays. I'm not saying they're not, but at the same time, this is adapting, recognizing that free-to-play is good, but you're not changing your actual system to complement the free-to-play stuff that is popular nowadays with games. So I think at the end of the day, what I'm saying here is KingStyle can do better, and I really want to see what you guys have to say about this topic down there in the comments below. And I really feel like it's a big lie, it's a big scam from KingStyle, and not really a fan of that, I like the devs, I think they're good people, and I don't think this is the devs, this is probably the marketing team, if I had to guess. But Just really scummy, unfortunately, in my opinion. But I'm gonna get out of here. I've been rambling for the past minute or so. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, leave your thoughts and feedback down below in the comments. If you made it this far, a like, rating, and a sub is always appreciated. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, y'all.